Yeah, new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Less than unstoppable. The International World Tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. When you truly buy into your dream, the future will not make you out a liar. Opportunity stalks people that know what they want in life. Now the people closest around you will be the last to see the change in you. Class is in session. Fire truth music. Now the foundation of greatness is built on the crown, with each letter of the word crown representing a law or element of success that we must tap into if we want to go to that next level. Now C is the first letter in the word crown, and it stands for consistency. What you do day to day, consistently, will reveal to the world your true level of commitment. The first page in my book says success is a marathon of consistency, walked out one day at a time. It's not a sprint. Now hear me out. When effective action marries consistency, greatness is born. That next level greatness is birthed out of consistently aligning your mind, mouth, and actions with the fundamental laws of success. Our everyday world is just the sum total of our most dominant thought patterns. Lack, sickness, and failure cannot sustain themselves in an environment of high vibrational thoughts. If you think greatness, if you constantly meditate on the things that it takes to go to that next level, the next level must bow to you. When you truly buy into the dream, your actions will reflect that which you have bought. A thought sustained long enough will eventually produce an equivalent outcome. Small, aligned actions wrapped with consistency eventually produce massive results. The process of success requires you dominating every second of the day. To go to that next level, you have to dominate the small things. If you dominate the small things, eventually the big things will come bow to you. Real faith will bend and shape reality. That brings us to R, the second letter in the word crown. And that R stands for real. The key to liberation is embracing your own truth. It's keeping it real with yourself and those around you. A disciplined mind rooted in truth can do the impossible. When you align yourself with the real, all the barriers, obstacles, and limitations that you felt in your life will begin to dissolve and dissipate right before your eyes. Those who wrap themselves in truth become unstoppable. Those who don't respect truth will choke on the lies and illusions of life. Surround yourself with those who cannot breathe without keeping it real. Success stalks those who wear authenticity. In today's world, real is rare, and anyone who can boldly commit to it will have a lane all to themselves. Truth is the couture for greatness, and every time you face something you fear in truth, you go to a deeper level of growth, awareness, and personal power. Those who chase trends instead of pursuing their own truth disqualify themselves from greatness. If you want to have a niche, an advantage in business, make real your foundation. Every decision you make for your business, filter it through the value of being real. Be real with your customers. Be real with your employees. Be real with yourself. Those who can keep it real are in the least contested, least competitive, but most in demand market there is in the business place today. Truth is the language of those who are alive. To walk in truth is to vibrate at the highest level of human existence. The world does not need another carbon copy of somebody that you admire. You can learn from them, yes, but eventually you have to be you, the one God designed you to be. The DNA that you have on the inside of you has greatness in it. Some of you want the approval of others more than you want success, and that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you why. See, the need for approval pollutes the raw truth required to achieve greatness. Now, the third letter in C.R.O.W.N is O, and that O stands for own it. Never rent, lease, or borrow success. Own it. Decide what it is that you really want in life. Then plant your flag deep down in that dirt. Go put the money down at the title office, get the deed. Go get the U-Haul, pack your stuff up, and move there and never leave. Your work ethic will reveal to the world whether you are a permanent resident of success or whether you are just a tourist passing through. Only when good stops being enough will greatness reveal itself. Some say they are loyal to greatness, but in reality they have a mistress called average. Stop having affairs with mediocrity and own that which you say you want. If you really want to taste greatness, then you have to be willing to give up and let go of every belief system, every word, thought, and action that is keeping you at the level you are at now. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Winners take full responsibility of their outcomes. They own their situations. In order for self-help books, positive quotes, or motivational videos to change your life, they have to be absorbed more than just in your mind. They have to take root down in your spirit. Someone with real faith needs no external validation. They just own their dream with absolute belief. Own it. That brings us to the fourth letter in C.R.O.W.N, W, which stands for winners win. See, champions that win on a consistent basis, they do so because they think different. You see, winners refuse to go to bed until they are better than they were yesterday. If average is not good enough and greatness is what you want, then you have to create an environment conducive for that. Now, I grew up in North Alabama, and college football is all we know. From the time I was 1 week old, I was sitting on my daddy's knee watching Bear Bryant lead his team out on the field. He created a culture there at the University of Alabama that is still alive today. Back in Coach Bryant's time, they used to play 12 games a year. To go 11-1 was an off year. See, in most schools, 11-1 would've got you a raise, would've put you in the Hall of Fame there at the university, but not at the University of Alabama. We didn't come for 11-1. We came for the ring. We came for the trophy. We come for the legacy. It's bigger than that. And that environment, that culture that Coach Bryant created years ago is still going on with Nick Saban today. 5 national championships later. Now, this past year, they got beat in the national championship game with 14-1, beat every opponent by 10+ points during the regular season. One of the greatest seasons of all time, but they did not win the championship. It was a failure this year. And if you don't believe me, just look how many coaches are on staff this year that was on staff last year. Winners win. Now, growing up, I was a national champion in martial arts, 4-time state champion, trained with the Olympic team. And people used to ask me, do your parents put you under all the stress to win all the time? I said, no. This is my identity. This is who I am. The desire to win comes from the inside out, not the outside in. Winners have it on the inside. The times I experience the most discontentment or the most stress is when I'm not living up to my own inner standard. Not the standard that somebody put on me, but the standard that I live by. The one that's on the inside of me. The DNA or that red clay mud that I come from that says 11-1 is not good enough. Winners win. Now, Dabo Swinney took that same culture, that same way of thinking, that mindset, that heart, that DNA of greatness. He took it over to Clemson. He exported the culture, the environment, the mindset, and set it up in Clemson. The results speak for themselves. 2 national championships later, winners win. Whatever you win in the mind, you will eventually win in the body. Whatever you conquer in the mental, you will eventually conquer in the physical. You gotta win first in your mind. That brings us to the last letter in C.R.O.W.N, which is N, which stands for no excuses. Some of you need to hear me now. Champions don't make excuses, champions make adjustments. Average is a deadly, rapid spreading disease. This plague is responsible for killing the aspirations and dreams of millions. If you have to fail at something in life, let it be mediocrity. Being a champion in life requires understanding every aspect of your opponent. And the best way to do this is to look in the mirror. That's your opponent right there, you. If you spend as much time grinding and doing the things that it takes to be successful as you did running your mouth, giving excuses to why you couldn't do something, you would already have success right now. Every time you pop up in my news feed, I see another excuse from you. Somebody don't believe in you. Somebody won't open the door for you. They won't give you an opportunity. You say you lost that promotion to politics. You say you can't go to the next level because of your skin color. You too tall, you too short, you too fat, your background, you don't have the right connections, you don't come from the country club. All of that is just an excuse. Stop whining and start grinding. Nothing can be denied the one that won't be denied. Your legacy won't be defined by how many supporters you have, but rather how you responded when people didn't support you. The moment you no longer need the validation of others to keep going is the moment you become unstoppable. When you can get to the point that your demeanor doesn't change when people don't support you, then you are ready for success. The people destiny has assigned to you will recognize your talent. Those who don't are not part of your destiny. Now to close out, I want you to say this with me. From this moment forward, I declare war on mediocrity. Average is the plague and I will have nothing to do with it. I will not live financially limited any longer. I will not make excuses for my own actions. I will own my dream with my mind and my actions. I will refuse to concede to any other outcome than the one I believe for. I will go to war with being overweight, with being somebody else that I was never meant to be. I will live in truth every single moment of my life. I will no longer bow to fear. I will make fear bow to me. Failure is not an option for me. No matter how many times I get knocked down, I will keep getting back up. And when I'm dead and gone and they put me in the ground, they will say, there lies a person who truly lived. This is Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. And to God be the glory. Fire true music, keep burning.
Blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion people. Legacy. It's all about legacy. We got a 4-point strategy for reaching the globe. Stage 1, put out the book. The book so far, 600,000 in sales, on the way to 7, sold in 27 countries. Part 2, streaming, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, Google Play, all of that. Number 3, the tour. We're taking that Blessed and Unstoppable tour to the top 40 cities in the United States of America for phase 1, then to the globe. And number 4, today what we are here for is to launch B7U clothing. This brand will allow you to wear on the outside what you are on the inside. The B standing for blessed, the U standing for unstoppable. Now you always ask me, what does the 7 mean? What does the 7 mean in all the clothing line here? The 7 is the spiritual number for completion. It's symbolic. You'll see inside the 7, you see the cross. You see the 3-point crown, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Then you see the 5-point star. Each star point represents a letter in grace. Because see, when you're anchored in grace, rooted in purpose, aggressively pursuing your calling, only then are you blessed and unstoppable. B7U clothing, wear your identity. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. new doors of opportunity will open and favor will begin to chase you down. Less Than Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.